Hey everybody, it's your boy Zero here doing a custom built gunpla review. Well, / commentary. So this was my first ever kit bash Gundam. I built this dude from the ground up using the Destiny Gundam, the Barbatos, the Strike Gundam, the... I forget the Celt Arm from Gundam Builders Re-Rise. It's good forms, right arm. Yeah, this dude, and for some spice, a Kotobukiya spear. And of course, the Barbie Lupus Rex for the tail. So yes, this is from the ground up custom built mobile suit. I originally named this the the Lucifer Gundam. Then it became the Nephilim Gundam, and then it became the First Fallen. Now I just call it the Project, or any other titles. I don't care. I like either, all of them, or the Sataniel, whichever you want to call it. So I bought most of these pieces from our friends at Galactic Toys. So if you ever feel crazy enough to try to attempt this, I don't think they have the Cell Sam's arm anymore, because that's a pain to find as it is. I think you can check on eBay or Amazon, but scalpers exist, so you gotta be wary with that. So with that being said, let's get into the summary / review of this mobile suit. So, I built this for my first Gunpla World Championship entry. This was like my first one. Other people were trying to deck out one mobile suit. I wanted to build a Gundam from the ground up. Like, I've done minor kit bashes before, but this was my first attempt at something from the ground up. As you see, I modified the legs to give it more of a Digitrade, animalistic kind of vibe to it. Didn't go as planned in my head, but not as bad as I thought it would go. I did some panel lining and painting on it. I used the Destiny Gundam's head, painted the V-fin gold. As you see, I fully repainted the arm. For the most part, I made it metallic blue, silver up here, metallic red here, silver claws. This is loose. This arm was loosely based off of my love of the DMC franchise, so I had to give it like a Devil Bringer kind of situation. Oh, great, it broke. It got so stuck, it broke. Well, now we gotta deal with a one-armless Gundam. Oh, that's incredibly depressing. It lasted so long until I reviewed it, and then it broke. So that's what the armor looks like, I guess, being painted and glued it up, which is very depressing. So yeah, be careful with that. Or you end up with one-armed Gundam. I also took a bit of cloth I had left over when I was building another custom build, and I was trying to figure out what to do with it, and I decided, ooh, let's give it a cloak so it can cover up the arm. Now I can use it to cover up the arm. Yeah, no look at the broken arm. It does not exist anymore. It's two cool arms. So, the legs aren't super great due to all the extra weight on the back, aka the one wing. But surprisingly, it's quite stable. Like, surprisingly so. I think with all the weight, especially with the one wing, it would tip over to the left more, to the right more. But in fact, it does not, which is really cool. And why did I pick the Destiny's head overall? I think the Destiny's head looks cooler than say the Barbatos' head. Don't get me wrong, I love the Barbatos and the Lupus and the Lupus Rex, but I like the vibe the Destiny Gundam's head has. Okay, that's just going to stay there because I'm not in the mood to bring another part of this. So I repainted this part of the arm. It was supposed to be white. I made it silver to, not clash with this part of the arm. And that's my thing. Yeah. See, that was silver, so I figure make the two parts look great. Let's fix the cloak, because now you look ridiculous. Pop that off. And I also painted around the hand there, because that was supposed to be blue. I made that metallic silver. I remember I sealed that up for... I was originally going to seal that up and paint it, but I honestly forgot why I did that. If we can fix it so it doesn't look as mess up. And that's the best we got. So yeah, I did the one wing angel trick. I used glue and rubber cement to seal in this wing so it didn't fall out. Let's see. Smooth that a little. There we go. That's as high as the legs go. The feet have absurd level of articulation in the foot area. Wow, I can't even bend the knees anymore. So yeah, be careful. Sometimes... Oh, there we go. There's the knee bend. Look at that good bend. Gotta be careful with sometimes when you glue. Glue gets in places and seals up joints. As you can see, these are actually the strike side skirts. Ab crunch. It's an IBO kit partially, so it's gonna have an ab crunch. So, nothing's going to fall off of this, dude, surprisingly. And this is the Kotobukiya spear, as I named it, the Spear of Longinus, or the Spear of Destiny, whichever you want to call it. You can transform to an axe, a spear. I went with the spear formation because, you know, Spear of Destiny, that kind of shtick I was going with this build. It's not bad. This I couldn't actually use in the official entry because it's not a Bandai kit. So, in turn, I had to post it without it. It is what it is. I'm going to have to eventually replace this arm because I'm not going to have this dude be a one-armed Gundam. Maybe I'll find one of my other broken kits and just throw on a spare arm. Again, depressing, but hey, what are you going to do? And of course, you can transform it. You can get rid of this part and make it a short weapon. Reattach this part. Give it the full size. Separate these parts. Like so. Give it that look. So you do have options, and this also can transform to a gun, I believe. So again, you do have options on how you want the spear to look. And then you can combine it back to like this. Ta-da. And it fits in the hand quite easily. Pop off this. Take off the back of the hand. Ta-da. And then you put it back in here. And there you go. I think the weight is more distributed because of the spear, but hey, what do I know? So let's get to the summary and I can wrap up the review. Okay, so despite the arm breaking during the review, this was my favorite build I've ever done because this was my first real attempt at a kit bash. This took me literal days and weeks to get right. The designing, the getting the tools, like ordering the parts I need. I use Gundam markers for the painting, just to give you all the heads up. You know, it was like the truest work of love I've ever done in my gunpla career. Did I win? No, but I got a medal from the contest, as you see on the desk. So, I can't say I was horribly depressed. Did I enjoy building it? Absolutely. It was a great time. It was a lot of work and a lot of fun. And I think that's one of the few things that's really got me into building Gunpla and really focusing on it, and kind of was the thing that kickstarted my desire to make a channel. Because it was like, I was just building, it was the pandemic, and I was like, okay, I need something to do. And eventually I just kept building them, and I was like, yo, I should totally make a new mobile suit out of these guys. I had so many spare parts lying around, and or I had family members that got me so many different mobile suits, like copies of them, and I was like, I can throw all these spare parts together, all these spare Gundams, and build something new. And well, that's how I end up with the Sataniel. And I was like, okay. And then, of course, I learned about the Gundam World Championships, and I'm like, I should enter. I know I'm not going to win, but I'm willing to try and experience something different because I've never entered a contest like that before. Again, didn't win. Don't know how close I got to even being close, but I was on one of the giant screens of the World Championships, and I used to have a photo of it on my old Facebook page of just the little image of me in the cover. It was really cool. I was like, I was in the background. That was neat. I enjoyed that. It was pretty cool. But that's just me. So Sunday's episode, I haven't decided yet. It may be a real grade or a high grade. Maybe the master grade, I haven't decided. If you guys want me to start actually reviewing my SD Gundams, and I'll start reviewing all my SDs on Thursdays instead, because instead of that one episode I did with just a bunch of them in one go, I can actually review them if you want. I'll put a poll if you guys want me to start reviewing SDs too. So it's something different, because I do have a bit of a backlog of SD Gundams sitting around. But that's up to you guys. With that being said, next week, like I said, Sunday, I'm not sure. Next Thursdays, I'm not sure. So we'll figure it out then when it gets closer. I want to thank everybody for watching, everyone for supporting the channel. If you want to continue supporting me directly, please use the links down below. The books, the Galactic Toys link is good for 24 hours. So click it, order what you like, support your boy. With that being said, thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.